All right, what's up, you guys? UFO Proof here. Well, it's 8 o'clock, so that's our fucking hangout time, and I have made it on time. Fucking awesome. I'll get the link here put out in the comment section on YouTube. So if you want to come and join and tell us your UFO encounters or stories, basically anything UFO related, feel free to come on and come and join us. All right, so let me pass you guys out the link here. All right, let's see here. Let me get my mic positioned better. How's that sound? Does that sound any better? And let me make sure that this is actually on my studio mic. No, it's not. There we go. How's that sound? Does that sound any better? Hopefully. I'll find out. What up, UFO bro? Sergeant Shill, Anonymous Shield, how you guys doing? Anton Becker, how you doing, buddy? Steven, what up? All right, here you go, you guys. Here is our link. What up, Lance? How you doing, buddy? Gyro 420, doing good? Yeah, for anyone who wants to come and join and tell us your UFO encounter, you are more than welcome to come on. Where are you at, California? No, big CT.
What's up, you sexy bastard?
What's going on, buddy? I am in Washington State. You doing good, Lance? Awesome. Yeah. What's up, Sergeant Shill? How you doing, brother?
Hey, not bad, not bad. You changed mic or what?
What's up? Yes, did I change microphones? No, I had my microphone that was coming off my Logitech camera, and I changed it. I switched it over to use my studio mic.
Oh, that studio mic. In talking about that, what kind is it? Is that a Snowball or whatever?
Yeah, this is a Blue Studio Snowball.
Okay. Yeah.
Microphone. Yeah, it works really well, man. I mean, it's fucking cheap too. I think I got this one for like $40, man.
Yeah, I was just shopping mics just before hopping on here. I was wondering.
That's a good deal for $40.
I mean, like condenser microphones and Cardito
Dynamics. Yeah.
What do you think about that?
You want a condenser microphone, and like I said, don't mix up, microphones like like you have on like a music or for doing like live music or doing anything like that. It's different for the computer. You want to have a USB microphone. So you can kind of see which one this one.
I was looking at that on Amazon, the exact same one. That one that you have there. I remember seeing it in one of the streams and that. So when I was scrolling through, I saw it and I was like, oh, that's what he has. So I read up on it a bit. It was pretty interesting stuff.
Yeah, it's a good mic for pretty cheap too. Compared like the Blue Studio, all their microphones are usually really good, man. But they're great for computers. That's the difference. You see, like you don't want to have like one that's like a 1.5-inch standard cable or 2.5-inch standard cable. Anything that goes into your audio, your like an audio port for headphones, like one of those little ones. Yeah, I mean, you don't want anything like that. Like, let me see.
Well, that's just it. With the USB ones, they're plug and play pretty much, and they don't need a preamp or anything like that. That's my understanding. I could be wrong, but
yeah, no, they the USB microphones, they usually have a driver to install, but I mean, it installs itself, so yeah. It's no big deal. I mean, it's usually just plug and play, but it's much better than trying to use a fucking a dynamic mic, or like a microphone for a studio, like, or just a regular mic. Those ones fucking suck. I tried using them before. They're fucking terrible for it,
man. Inline microphone on a set of earbuds.
Are fucking terrible, dude, man.
How do you like this gay ass mic?
What's up?
How do you like this light?
Oh, let me see. That's fucking badass, dude.
I'm pretty fond of it myself.
Hell yeah, dude. Where'd you get it from?
I don't know. My mom got it for me.
That's fucking fresh, dude. Not bad. What else we got on here, man? Seriously, Anton, every time he comes on here, he fucking puts his camera and faces the ceiling, and we don't see shit, man.
We don't.
What's up?
We hear everything
Anonymous?
going on around him.
What's up, brother?
Yeah, we get to see everything going on around you. We don't ever get to see you. Just put the microphone on yourself or the camera on yourself and just fucking let it go, dude.
Now, see, I would do that. However, I'm stuck with this problem with, hold the fucking camera up here, which means I only have one hand to take a drink.
Well, you got only one hand and a pocket camera.
I was actually talking to Anton.
I know, brother.
You're fine, Anonymous. There you go. There you go, buddy. Now he's got it. Anton's got it now. Let's see.
Oh, shit. There he is.
Yeah, and now we're missing you, Anonymous. Now we're looking at your fucking ceiling.
Well, see, that's the problem. Like I said, I've only got one hand to hold a drink in. That gives me no hand to hold a fucking smoke in.
Oh,
which
you gotta have
I have left with the utilitarian plane. What's up?
You got to get a prop or a phone with a kickstand on it or something, you know?
Well, I had one for a while, but then there was this drinking competition I had, and the phone didn't make it through the drinking competition. Turns out it's not very durable.
Yeah, it's probably not drinkable.
Stuck in my ass.
Also saying, please try to live stream UFOs tonight. That is definitely as soon as I can, as soon as the weather's good. I want to do that. Unfortunately, the weather is actually turning kind of bad out here, so it kind of sucks. Like today, the winds were up really bad, but as a matter of fact, I don't even think I've seen any stars out. I don't even think you could see the sky. Like it was all gray and fucking cloudy earlier, dude. So yeah, it sucks, man. But hopefully, because anytime it's a clear night, man, I like to try to live stream. And I got the new night vision fucking set up to fucking record, man, and broadcast with you. This thing's gonna be fucking awesome, dude. I said, like it's, dude, like to see the night sky through this fucking night vision is fucking unbelievable. It blows my other night vision away. Like I'm just fucking shocked at how well this works at night. And it also shoots so it can go between night and day, unlike the night vision. You can't turn that on during any light or fucking blind you, But this one goes from night to day, like instantaneously. It'll just flash over, and it switches over to all spectrum. So like even at night, when you use the day version of it, it's still like you still see all the stars. It just has color into it, So I mean, it's fucking, dude, it's bad as hell, man. Yeah, that's the way to go. Who's on here?
What generation is it?
This is actually a Gen 2, but it's digital, so it really don't fucking matter, It's got like a normal, it's like 5 times magnification, but then it does digital up to like 7 times, man. So I mean, it's basically like a fucking telescope, dude. I mean,
that's really nice.
Dude, it shoots. I'm like, you can see really far with it.
I got the 3rd gen that everyone talks about, and I don't think it was worth the money that I paid for it, to be quite honest with you.
Really?
Yeah. I bought the 3rd gen because I may or may not have gotten an insurance settlement. Poor fucks. But, I went and bought it.
The generation is awesome.
Yeah, the third generation's good. Don't get me wrong. It really is. I mean, it does all kinds of fantastic things. It has a lot of bells and whistles, but
this wasn't worth the money?
No, I don't think it was worth the money. I just don't. That's my personal opinion. Some people might feel differently. Fantastic. Keep your opinion to your fucking self. But I personally think that the 2nd generation, for the money that you're paying for it now, is every bit as worth as what you're getting for the 3rd generation.
Really? I wouldn't be surprised. I've never actually used the 3rd generation before, but I wouldn't be shocked by that, because it really comes down to the so what he means by generations is a generation for like night vision means the distance that it can see at night. So a generation 1 sees, and this is just to like lay out a scale. This isn't actually it, but like say a generation 1 can see 50 feet in the dark. Well, then a generation 2 can see 100 feet in the dark, and a generation 3 can see 200 feet in the dark. You get it? It doubles up each time. So that's where they're at now. Generation 3, like that's supposedly a way to go. But like my Simba,
FLIR now versus that type of technology. That's where
What's
the
up?
military's heading. It's more FLIR driven.
Yeah, exactly. You know, my Sumba security camera is it has a 36 times optical zoom on it. I mean, which is fucking incredible, dude. And it's night vision. It doesn't use an incandescent beam. See the night vision uses I don't know if you guys can see that right here. This little bulb it shoots out infrared light, and it's incandescent light, so it just kind of spreads all over the place. But when you have the Super camera uses infrared lasers, and the lasers shoot for fucking miles, dude. So I mean, it'll light up something fucking a mile away, and you can see it clear as day. Like, you know, seriously, dude, I could read someone's license plate from a mile away, dude. In pitch black, man. Like, it ain't shit, dude. It's this fucking camera is so unbelievably good.
Yeah,
you know,
and
fucking awesome.
when I lived out in Roswell, I used to go to the Bottomless Lakes, which is about 18 miles south by southeast of Roswell, and it's one of the only freshwater brine lakes in the entire world. It's only like one of two, if I remember correctly. But I used to go there on their bluff, and I would sit there with my Gen 2, and I would get the photos. People that were down on the fucking, you know, down on the plains, they would take pictures, and they would get the same ones for like another, however you want to look at it, $1,500 more per camera than I would than what I did with my Gen 2. Gen 2 is a fantastic thing. I think it's well worth its money, and until they come up with the Gen 4, I'm not going to spend the money on it personally. But
oh yeah. You know, I'm gonna have to agree with you. In fact, you know, I'm gonna hold off getting a Gen 3 simply because this digital one is so fucking good, dude. And you know, I'm like, I guess digital. You know, I was skeptical of it at first. I was worried, like, okay, so the digital for night vision for UFO hunting, I'm like, it's just not gonna look right. You know, when it's optical, it looks so much better. In digital, you got too many pixels to deal with, and I was just like, I was worried that it was gonna fucking suck, but I figured, you know what, I'll get it, and if it's crap, well then I'll just send it right back, you know, and I'll look for something else. But if it's good, I'm fucking shocked at how awesome it is, dude, and highly fucking affordable, man.
well, with me, the whole pixel thing was a big consideration for me too. However, I figured that, you know, if anyone who's in the actual UFO hunting or paranormal field, they count pixels. You know, I mean, that's how they decide whether this shit's bullshit or not bullshit. And with some of the newer cameras, it is exceptionally easy to do fake shots, fake videos, and things of that nature. So that's why I went with a Gen 2. And, you know, until they come up with a Gen 4 that shows me that it's worth that extra $2,900, whatever you want to call it, I'm not going to bother with it. I mean, as it is, you know, and if I was going to spend another $2,900, it would be like a thermal camera or some shit like that, where I could do even more in-depth detail. However, just dumping the money to have a better shot to where you can do the exact same thing. If someone's really going to be a douche, they want to run it through Pixar or whatever free crap they're using for their app. I mean, they can do the same thing with the Gen 2 that they can with the Gen 3, but until they come with the Gen 4, I'm only going to spend money on a thermal camo. That's it.
Those thermal cameras, man. The only issue is with them. I mean, they're great for they're probably really good for like paranormal investigations, like ghost hunting and shit. Like, I'm sure like Jax would a thermal camera, but for UFO hunting, I think thermal cameras are just a waste of money, man. I mean, anytime you use a thermal camera, as soon as you look up into the sky, you know what you see? Nothing. You don't see anything because there's no heat up there. You know what I'm saying? Like, fucking, you don't get to see the stars. So, I mean, even if you do have a hot object come over, you're just going to see the heat signature from it, but you're not going to see any stars in the background. You're not going to have any kind of contrast or any context to the shot. If you're looking up in the sky, the only thing you're going to see is the object, and you'll have no context to tell if it's moving or anything like that. So basically, on your screen, you'll just see a light, you know, or a thermal indication of light there, or, you know, whatever. So, I mean, like, you know, they work really well, but, you know.
Is that the FLIR camera?
Yeah, the FLIR, the forward-looking infrared. And I mean, I think FLIR cameras are freaking awesome, dude. And I tried to use one before for UFO hunting. I was using one at night because a friend of mine actually had one. And I'm like looking up in the sky, and I'm like, this sucks. Cause I was all excited. Like, this is going to be the shit, dude. This is going to be fucking awesome. I'm going to see all kinds of cool shit. You don't see
It's
anything.
like low quality or what?
No, it's super high quality. It's super fucking expensive too, man. And
Yeah.
when you look up in the sky, you see nothing, you know, and it's like, dude, I'm also a fan of astronomy. Like, I like going out and just looking at the stars and the planets and stuff like that. And the thermal night vision it takes all that away. So not only are you not seeing any UFOs, but you're not seeing anything, you know, nothing, you know, there's no heat on anything. So, you know, you don't see the fucking moon, you don't see the stars or anything like that.
Unless
You'll see
something's
a difference in the cloud temperature sometimes.
Unless you see something that's close enough, you could take it out with a rock. It really does make a whole hell of a lot of difference.
Yeah, you know, I think infrared is the way to go. You know,
Wasn't there a helicopter with like a sheriff's helicopter with a FLIR camera that caught a UFO one time?
well, yeah, there was a couple times with a helicopter, and in fact, I have that on my channel. It was actually it was an excellent video.
Hey, you should
looks like
send
a
the link.
It looked like a dumbbell or something like that, and one end was.
But the problem is that, you know, they're like 300 feet in the fucking air, so they get a much better view than you do from the ground. When you're looking from the ground up, and that was what my original. I watched some videos of some helicopters that caught some pretty crazy shit, and my idea was that being out there in Roswell, there's a C-130 flying all the time. It's just how they work. I mean, they run a checkerboard pattern on the books, blah blah blah. And I thought, you know, I was going to hook up this FLIR camera. I'd see some cool shit. No, you really don't. And that's why I was saying with the whole, I jumped from, instead of going for the third gen, I went with a infrared camera because I do some paranormal shit as well. But for me, I have to agree with Proof where you say you look up the sky, you see shit. You see jack and or shit unless that stuff's ready to, you know, like drop a fucking tire on your head.
Yeah, exactly. Neo JB74, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the channel, man. When you're saying the Santilli telescope, don't waste your fucking money on it. That dude is a fucking fraud, and that telescope ain't showing you shit, dude. Every fucking picture that he shows of these so-called fucking, you know, these interdimensional beings, it's fucking time-lapse photography. It's bullshit. It's bogus, dude. Don't waste your money on it. And in fact, I know someone who actually got a Santilli telescope and was highly disappointed. And I made a video about it, debunking it. And then he got it and came and sent me an email and told me that he has one and that it's true. It is fucking crap, dude. That it doesn't see fucking shit. You don't see anything. And, you know, and he did everything that he said you had to do, getting a digital camera and all this stuff. And he's like, fucking, it's total bullshit, dude, you know? I mean, they look cool, dude, but the guy just fucking, he's just full of shit, dude. So anyone out there thinking about the Santilli telescope, don't fuck with it.
You can do the same goddamn pictures with the GoPro. I've done them.
Oh,
Is that thing supposed to show you dark matter or something?
Yeah, it's what he was claiming, that it would show. It was an antimatter telescope. Like, you're going to see antimatter with an optical lens. It's like, dude, you're a fucking imbecile, man.
Did you hear his debunker for it? He said you weren't looking at it right if you didn't see it. And I'm like, well, go fuck yourself.
Right, dude? Like, give me a fucking break, man.
Who
else we got here?
This cigarette here will cure cancer, and if it doesn't work right, you were not smoking that son of a bitch correct.
Right, dude. What up, Sean? How you doing, brother?
This was
Dave, UFO, bro. Jax, what are you doing, man? You guys are on here. Who else we got on here, man? I always just like to make sure I'm saying what's up to everybody. Okay, get everyone. All right, cool, man. Yeah, Lance, Leo, JB74, Santilli was showing the entities. Yeah, his fucking entities were fucking time-lapse photography of like fucking movement of lights. Literally, at one he was saying was entities was literally just the backdrop of a fucking city, dude. And it was like, dude, it was so fucking pathetic. You know? Yeah,
I was a huge fan of his stuff. I really wanted it to be true. I did, I did all kinds of fucking looking into it. Just a cunt hair shy of buying his telescope, but I did not, in fact, by his fucking telescope because I got to looking at his pictures, and I got looking at some time-lapse photography, like you're saying, and I was like, man, this guy has got to be one of the third best con artists I've ever met.
Oh yeah, he's a great con artist, which is exactly what he is.
So the telescope sucks. Don't buy it.
Yeah, don't buy it, man. It's a fucking joke, dude. You know, he uses his credentials like he uses his credentials to help build up any of his products he sells, but his products are all fucking fake, and he just throws out a lot of big words and shit like that. And so people will take him seriously, except in the scientific community, in academia, no one takes him seriously. He is considered a total fucking goofball in academia.
So he's already discredited.
Oh yeah, he's been discredited by other scientists and other fucking other mathematicians shit for years.
And we're not talking about just plain mainstream scientists either. We're talking about people that are like, you know, ancient alien scientists, people from coast to coast, people who are like, you know, on the fringe as it is, are saying this guy's a fucking lunatic.
Exactly.
Stephen Greer's hiding inside his beard.
He's what?
He's hiding inside his beard. It's until his beard.
I don't get your reference, dude.
No, that's because you're fucking American, that's why.
It's his accent, you know, it sounds so damn diabolical, it throws the rest of us off.
It fucks up.
Man, I'm fucking... It's 40 past.
What do you think about John Searle?
What's up, brother? Who?
John Searle.
Don't know him, dude.
The guy that made the energy machine. Blake and Brett.
I don't know.
Blake and Brett had videos of him on YouTube about the energy machine.
Oh yeah, I saw that guy. I saw that video anyway on Third Phase Moon. Yeah, that's the guy you're talking about.
Yeah. What do you think about him?
Crackpot. You know, I think if his stuff was legitimate, then the other academics would definitely take it seriously. You know.
Yeah, there was only one like video, I think, where these Russian scientists backed him up or something like that. I don't know.
He can't get any funding that machine in 50 years, for fuck's sake. He said he's working on it for 50 years and he can't get any funding for it. For Christ's sake, if he can't get funding for it for 50 years, Tesla would have took it.
That's right. You know?
Yes.
All right, here, I want to share my screen with everyone because I want to show you guys this real quick. This is Santilli's telescope, and this is the stuff that he shows. All right, so he's saying this is a fucking entity. Okay, so what you see this picture here? Where is this image coming from? This is just an image on top of this. It's not coming from any. There's nothing in here. It's you know, it's like what the fuck is it photoshopped? You know. I'm just saying, like, this like right here. This is a time lapse photo, and or this one right here. These are fucking time lapse photos, dude. And so it's all it is, man. And so these could just be regular street lights right here. This could just be street lights. Look at the green light. That's probably a green light at a fucking at an intersection, and they're all stretched out and shit because it's like being moved during a time lapse photo.
You can do the same shit from my phone.
You can do that with any camera that'll shoot time lapse, you know.
The one on the left.
That was my. Sorry.
One at a time, fellas.
The one on the left looked like a moth that's flying close to the camera real fast.
Oh yeah, it could have easily been that too, you know. Yeah, so look at this guy. This guy is such a fucking douchebag, dude.
You know, and the thing is that he took the movement that was going forward that Taps and a few of the other people who started out that were trying to move the move font, however you want to look at it, whatever angle you want to look at, they were trying to move it forward. He kind of took that and moved this back a bit because this fucking douchebag pretty much strapped a GoPro to a telescope, then sold it at double the price, and all these people who bought it were like, hey, wait a minute, this shit isn't real. And it took those people who were willing to take the pictures, like we were talking about earlier about the stupid conspiracy shit, and they took the people who were willing to take those pictures at the time were disheartened, and you know now they aren't in the game. However you want to look at it, but
can you guys still see my screen?
Yeah.
I mean, look at these. All these photos are the fucking same, dude. I mean, they're all this fucking just fucking time lapse the like motion in the camera, like once you're taking a time lapse photo and then you bump into it and you get like a streak of fucking a streak of all the lights are making the same exact fucking motion. It's 100% fucking a time lapse photo that's like a camera's like that's being moved or something during the photograph. I mean, this guy's fucking he's no full of shit, dude.
You just walked away, huh?
What's up? I couldn't hear you.
He just bumped it and walked away.
Yeah, I'm like, whatever the fuck he's doing is I mean, like, it's just an easy little photo trick, man. So definitely Neo, stay away from it, dude. It's no good, man.
Hey, so how cold is it right now in Washington?
Watch that bullshit.
I wonder how many fucking sold. You know what? He actually didn't sell very many, and I know that he went onto the stock market and he put them onto the stock market. He got his Thunder Energies onto the stock market, and it has dropped ever since its opening. It opened at whatever $2 a share. It dropped all the way down. Last time I checked, it dropped down to 16 cents a share, dude. So let's see. Nibiru light entities are self-aware, yeah, right? Aren't they, Tom?
How are you and Tom getting along?
Who cares what you think? Yo, I'm new and I subbed. You ain't fucking new. Shut up. Who cares what you think?
Opinions like assholes. Everyone has one. I don't want to fucking hear it anymore. I don't want to hear anyone else's.
Dude, who cares what you think is not new. Don't listen to him. He's been with this channel for fucking ever, dude.
Hey, Kyle, what do you think about Tom DeLonge?
I mean, I like the guy, and I think that he's I'm like, I welcome anyone to the UFO community or whatever, and I think that what he's trying to do is good, like getting the information out there to the people, getting everyone interested in it. I mean, other than that, I mean, I don't have anything like bad.
Just don't be like Tyler. Don't be like, where's my reward?
I already did a rant video on that. If you actually check it out, it's fucking hilarious.
It's fucking childish as fuck.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, that's the guy that made a song about fucking a dog. Yeah, he's really good at fucking at UFO stuff these days. Tyler's a fucking knob.
Yeah,
he's one of the fucking cases that you really got to have the proof of the pudding, because he said he's going to take 5 to 6 years to drag this shit out. That's 5 to 6 years of fan coverage and bullshit and book sales. Now that's marketing fucking genius you couldn't pay for. But I don't know. He has some pretty good stories. He has some pretty good evidence to back up his bullshit. But long story made short, I'm not exactly sold, to be quite honest.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't like about him in the UFO world, and it's only one thing. Okay, he did an interview with like Vanity Fair or whatever, and in the interview he's saying, there's a TR3B, the black flying triangles. He's like, there's this amazing video online of a black, and they show the fucking video that he's talking about, and it's a fucking blatant hoax, dude. I mean, it's CGI 100%. It's like, and that's really bad. If you can't tell a CGI hoax, you got to get the fuck out of the game, dude, because you don't know what the hell you're doing.
You remember when the Blake cousins, they couldn't tell what was edited and what wasn't for like a long ass time?
Oh, I'm fairly certain they could. It was all about that clickbait shit. That's just my personal opinion. I don't know them personally, but I would say that they're among some of the best charlatans on the planet. But that's just
I know them personally. They're actually really cool guys, man. They just needed some help, figuring out, deciphering what was legitimate. And the problem is that they are kind of like they will fall for stuff, they did for a long time. Like they actually like really get into it, and they kind of just fell for a lot of bullshit. But I've got nothing but respect for them now, because the way their channel is going now is fucking, that's exactly what we need, And I'm like, and I'm telling them, I'm like, dude, you can fucking post any video you want. Just don't be afraid to call it out. And I think that's the problem, is like, they're just kind of, they want to hold back from like calling people out because they want to give everyone a voice. Whereas we just call it just fucking straight the fuck out. We're like, God damn it, it's fucking CGI, it's this or it's that. But they did start doing that, so I will started to do that. So that's fucking cool,
Just because they're nice guys, man, doesn't mean that they don't like fucking money.
Of course, dude. I like fucking money, dude. If you trying to get
like I
paid.
said, I don't know them personally. I truly don't know them personally. And I'm not saying that they didn't just say, slow news week, throw this shit up. I'm not saying that at all. And everyone's got their own opinions, you know.
That's
I mean,
what they did.
like buttholes. But personally, you know, I think that you're right. Their videos have gotten better. They're much like Secureteam 10. You know, everyone's, you know, I can't stand the fucker. But the fact is that he gets just a ridiculous amount of emails every day for videos that could be true. That's why I watch them, because I've seen some shit that I'm like, okay, well, that could very well be true. And I've seen more than fucking plenty of stuff saying this guy's a goddamn moron and all he's doing is making a buck. Now, again, like I said, that's everyone's personal opinion, what they think about him, you know, whatever. He's a douche. You know, I mean, he broke his legs, blah, blah, blah. Go ahead.
I don't watch Third Phase Moon stuff at all. I would watch fucking Secureteam 10 stuff quicker than I would Third Phase of Moon, and I don't watch that very often.
Yeah, see, I watch Third Phase of Moon, but I don't watch Secureteam 10. You know, I mean, like, you know, he tells stories, you know, and it's like the stories are, you know, it's cool, like, you know, like, but it's like it's always so fucking like crap that I can't get into it, you know. And he just tries to oversell everything, you know. At least on Third Phase, there are videos where they're talking about ancient astronaut theory and they're talking about megaliths and shit like that, you know, other shit that, you know, and they'll put a lot of science stuff on there, which I'm like, okay, see, that's fucking cool. That's the shit I can
Right.
do,
That's the type of shit I would click. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know, the security.
And then they put fucking stuff on then. They put fucking stuff on then with with teleportation and stuff. Can you believe what you're seeing and all? And the fucking shite, the shite stories that goes along with their videos.
That's bullshit for an extra buck, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, of course it is, man. I mean, I fucking, you know, both of them, both Secureteam 10 and Third Phase of Moon. I wish I could have my fucking titles as clever as their shit, dude. All right, because they got excellent clickbait titles, man. I can't ever think about fucking. Look at my last video. I said fucking Pennsylvania UFO. I'm so.
All you gotta do is read the National Enquirer, man. You'll get fantastic titles like those fucks do.
I'm so fucking bad at coming up with names for titles.
Are you serious?
I'm so fucking.
Are you serious that you can't? Are you serious that you can't think of a title? They think to write. Can you believe what this is?
I can't.
Or can you explain this for fuck's sake, man?
It doesn't seem right for the video, you know? Like, I don't ever want to say, you know, I try doing it, but like, I'm just like, I don't want to ever like lie about the video unless I'm blatantly like, there's times where I've made headlines that had zero to do with the fucking video. And like, I like straight up said like, Trump gets abducted by aliens and admits it. And then the video's fucking straight up about just some UFOs. And I'm just like straight up, this was a clickbait title. I fucking got you. Unless I'm doing something like that. Other than that, man, I'm like just coming up with a normal name for it. I'm like, I just can't. I'm just terrible at it, dude.
You know? Look like a dick, that's all.
Yeah, I just don't want to fucking. I just don't want to lie to everybody, you know, and fucking. But I mean, I should, you know.
You don't want to be.
I don't know, Jax. What do you think, dude? You ain't got a word.
You're not lying to me.
Yeah. Yeah, like you.
Sorry, man. The dank's fucking kicking my ass tonight. Sound like I got a fucking, you know, lunger situation going here. But nah, man. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do.
What's up, Sergeant? What are your thoughts, man? Can we even hear you? Or is your mic on?
Yeah.
What do you think about the title of our videos, man? Do they suck? We can't hear you, man. You got no sound. Like,
make up some bullshit and you know, have a story that doesn't match your title. No, man, you do what you do, and that's why people come to you.
Is there a better way to title my videos to where we're not lying? Because obviously I don't want to do that, but it's something that'll get people to actually click on it and come and watch the video.
Well,
if there is, I sure as fuck can't think of it.
I think you can mention the subject like 7 minutes into the video, then it's like
No, I'm
technically
talking about
not
the title,
lying.
dude.
Say
Oh, I get
titties
what
and
you're saying.
ass.
I get what you're saying. Okay, yeah.
You gotta put some titties and ass in the title.
if you want help with that, man, just hit me up and I'll help you with it, man. Tell me what
All
you
right,
got.
fucking, yeah, fucking give me a hand, man.
Fantastic.
'Cause I suck, dude. What up, Smooth Virus? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, what happened to you, Gyro? I just sent you the link, man. What'd you do? Boom, there it is, man. Go for it, man.
You should check your email. I sent you something a little earlier.
Oh, okay. I'll take a look at it, man. What we got here? Collab with some other guys and gals. Oh, I do. I collab with everybody, man. Fucking anytime someone wants to do a a collab video or whatever, man, I always do, man. Like I hardly ever turn down anybody. It's rare that I'll turn someone down. But I've had like fucking like hardcore Nibiru people come and ask me to do a collab with them, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm like, I understand that you're doing YouTube and you want to make it and everything, and that's your belief and shit. I just can't have it on my channel. I just can't. I can't even support it, man. I'm like, I wish you the best of luck, buddy, but I'm like, I fucking can't do it. But it's rare that I'll turn anyone down, man. Oh no, it's no problem. You're new. It's fine. It's not fucking no problem. Be there in a minute producing a new video for my channel. Cool. Let's see if you come up with a cool name for it, because fucking I can't. No, yeah. David Newell. Hey, y'all. You let old fart hippie types in here? Yeah, fuck. Come on, Dave. Get your ass on here, dude. You old fucking hippie.
That's funny shit.
Planet X is Nibiru, whether it's Nibiru or not. I think Planet X would technically be Pluto, because they got rid of Pluto. So the next planet, and they have a certain way of how they name all the planets, and they already have the names picked out for the next couple of planets. But since Pluto is gone, if there's another planet, wouldn't it just be called fucking Pluto? What up, Call Sign Viper? How you doing, buddy? Hey, I saw your comment earlier on my how to bust a hoaxer video. Good. Glad you checked out the channel. Glad you caught the live Google Hangout, man. You can come on here and join us, Call Sign, if you want to, man. There's a link up by my name. Here, I'll post it again. And
Okay, I'm going.
Click on the link.
I'm going to go to bed, buddy.
What up, buddy? What'd you say, Steven?
I said I'm going to go to bed, man. I just got up just to see you, but I'm too tired and just
Get
go
your
back
ass to bed, you
I'll see
motherfucker.
you. I'll catch you in the next one, all right?
Yeah, lay off the fentanyl patches, you motherfucker.
And don't be like me. Don't be up for 4 days.
You're not taking them fentanyl fuckers in the old,
Go get some sleep, buddy. All right, rock and roll, brother. Go get some sleep, man. I'll see you in the morning, man.
Good to see you again, man.
All right, Steven.
I can tell you that a Scottish man myself can outdrink that Irish fuck there any day.
Yeah, dude. I don't think Steven drinks, dude. Does he? Does he drink?
Well, that makes it even easier for me, doesn't it?
That's really easy to drink. I'll drink him then.
I have not stopped drinking since the last time we all got together.
Congratulations.
Yeah, earlier today. Yeah. Yeah, it was
Cheers.
like 11 this morning.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Kathy, how you doing, Kathy?
You can hear me now, right?
Oh yeah, dude. UFO. Check out Leap Project if you want, or can get you on probably. The UFO Leap Project. I think I've actually been on that. I'm trying to remember what it was, or what was on it. I'll have to look it up again. I forget, man. Yeah, dude. No, Pluto is always Pluto. Yeah, I mean, so Kyle, where do I send you a 30K? Oh yeah, because you're fucking, you're Egyptologist now, right? That's fucking right, man. You fucking put that right in my PayPal.
There's a bridge in Brooklyn I'd like to tell you as well.
You out of here?
You ever see that picture of the planet Pluto that had like the picture of the dog Pluto from Disney on it?
The what?
Oh my God.
Yeah, there's like a picture of Pluto, and you can see like the outline of the actual dog from Disney.
Oh, so we're like talking about memes now?
Never seen it. What up, Cyrus? How you doing, brother?
Yeah, It's all in one of them damn YouTube videos I've seen.
Oh God.
Fucked
Oh,
up.
shit. Hey, Cyrus, did you check out the Pennsylvania UFO video that I did?
I did get a chance to watch the first part of it.
what'd you
I do think that first segment you showed, I think that could be done with drones. It would have to be flown autonomously, but that could be done. It looked like it was only 3 up, so it's possible for one person to program all of that.
Now
they'd have to be pretty good, but it could be done.
whenever I see like the lights go out on a drone, I gotta think something's up with it. Like, because I'm like, I would never fly my. It's already difficult to fly your drone at night. It's already a pain in the ass, and turning out the lights is fucking like the worst idea you can have. Unless like you're flying with night vision on your drone. I assume. I mean, like, what about you? You think turning off the lights on the drone at night? I mean, is that a normal thing that you would do?
I can do it. I have the lights on mine. It's set to a switch on the transmitter. I just flip that switch, turn the lights right off. You can get basically a night vision camera.
Yeah.
It's called a RunCam Night Eagle. You get a RunCam Night Eagle. I think they're like $60 to $80. They're not real expensive. I mean, that's not super cheap. That's expensive for an FPV camera, but it's not like $1,000 or something crazy like that.
Oh yeah, dude. What was the name of that?
RunCam Night Eagle. They just came out with a new version. I think the RunCam Night Eagle 2 is out now.
Well, they got those GoPro drones that you can snap your GoPro to for a little bit of nothing now as well too.
Yep.
Oh, well, those like, and I got oh, you know what, Cyrus, check this out, man. I don't know if you saw this. Hang on.
Pulling out a drone.
Drone, dude. Thing's bad as fuck, dude. So I got this. I can't put a fucking. I can't put a camera on it like a GoPro or anything. Like it just has this little fucking camera, But man, dude, it works so much better than my other drones fucking work, dude. Thing's awesome, man. But it just makes me want to get a DJI more than ever,
Yeah. DJI just announced that they're going to start every time you fly, it's going to notify law enforcement in your area that you're in the air. And if you do anything out of, if you fly into a no-fly zone or anything like that, it sends them an email and it will tell them your name. It'll be like, what? Cyrus is flying his drone in a no-fly zone, Stafford County Sheriff's Department. You can respond to this location and arrest him. I'm not kidding. They're implementing this in all. DJI is implementing that in all their drones.
What the fuck?
Yes, sir.
Well, so who do I go with then?
Build your own, or go with Unique.
I mean, like,
or
build your own.
That goes with.
Build your own.
That goes with. That has like the same quality as DJI, but doesn't fucking do that shit, dude.
I don't know, man.
Brother, I'm telling you, build your own.
Fuck you, build your own, motherfucker. Fucking build one for me.
No, dude, I'm seriously. Look, I mean, obviously you're on YouTube. I mean, you're obviously on YouTube, so go to fucking YouTube, look at the shit. When you see how easy it is, you're gonna kick your own ass for not doing it yourself. I mean, you'll come back and be like, you motherfucker, why didn't you tell me this was simple? But he's right. They will tell you right where you're at, who's broadcasting, who's looking, and blah 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 blah. I'm just telling you. He's right.
Yeah, if you want to build your own, I can certainly help you out because
well, fuck, that's what
I have like 20 of them. And there's only 2 of them that I didn't build myself.
Yeah, I mean, like, do you know how to build one?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, I do.
Hang on a second.
I'm a horrible drunk. I get that. Don't get me wrong. I'm a fucking alcoholic and whatever the hell else you want to call me. I won't argue with you, whatever.
Yeah.
But I do know some things.
Personally, I don't own a drone, so I don't know nothing about them.
Neither do I.
Well,
I just know
I have a couple drones, man. They all suck.
The PA video that you showed, way the lights faded in and out, it didn't look like drones to me.
The first one looked like a drone, looked like drones to me, but the second one didn't. I was gonna say, that one, it'd be hard to, pin that down as a drone, but I mean, it's definitely possible. you know. But I think that's what kind of sucks about all the fucking drones out today, man, is because it kind of just fucks with anyone who's into UFOs, man. You know.
Yeah, you really tell
Yeah,
it
it's easy to do.
There's a couple of sightings that are in the National UFO Reporting Center that I know. I know they're from me. I wasn't even trying to trick anybody. I was just like, I'm gonna fly at night. It's
You and them guys.
Well, you know,
You and
that's
them damn Chinese lanterns.
yeah. Well, you know, that's the thing. Anymore, all you gotta do is buy yourself a $5 balloon from Walmart, break the little switch that flashes on and off, and run a fucking $20 drone from Walmart as well, up in the air, and people are gonna go batshit. You know.
Oh, yeah.
You can buy Chinese lanterns online all year long.
Oh, exactly, man. So Tom was saying, check out Third Phase's video. I've seen I'm on their channel right now, but I'm not seeing anything. What's the big deal about it? I want to see what Tom is talking about, man. Tom, what's the deal with the Third Phase of Moon's video?
Frankly, I'm drunk enough that I have to keep track of myself. I can't even look at the fucking chat right now.
Bill Jerome? I do not know who Bill Jerome is, man. Oh, Bill Jerome, you're a fucking idiot.
Fucking space cadet, huh? Your brain finally fall out.
Let me see, dude.
You can't put distract A into distract B. Prepare to die, Earth scum.
Yeah, it says something strange is happening in our skies. So what's the big deal with that?
I don't see nothing.
I don't understand what's who gives us something strange is happening in our skies. Who cares about the Third Phase of Moon's new video? What's up with it?
Well, I know there's strange shit happening in our skies. Point out which direction you'd like us to go into, and I'll be more than happy to sit here and debate it with you.
I don't understand. Third Phase is adopting the same title format as Jason A channel. What do you mean that's their adopted? Just fucking have you not paid attention to their channel? Shit, they've been doing that shit forever now.
I'm looking out the window right now and I don't see shit.
Yeah, shit, man. Oh well, who we got on here, man? So make sure we say what's up. Oh, what's up, Nick? What are you doing, motherfucker? Doing good? What up, Jack? Good, Lee? Doing good?
See this pipe my daughter got me from Belize.
Oh man, that's nice.
What is that? Let me see. Hang on, I can't see.
What's it made out of?
It's like clay or something like that, polymer clay.
Oh, that's
What
nice.
the fuck is it? Oh, is it a pipe?
Yeah, it's a really sweet pipe.
Oh, that's fucking cool, dude.
You try to shine a little bit more light on it.
Oh, okay. No, I can see it, man. I get it. Yeah, I see it. That's fucking cool, dude.
Oh yeah. You like it?
On the bottom.
Crazy people, money makers, and ufology. All right, no UFO, bro. They all fucking go together, man. What up, Orchestrated Mouse? How you doing, buddy?
They all go together.
Yeah, my daughter got it for me.
Yeah, UFO, bro. Why don't you get on here, man?
What'd that cost there?
Nick, how come you can't get on here, man? What's going on? You know?
I'll have to ask her.
So anyway, Cyrus, we want and make sure you guys keep yourselves on mute when you're not talking, all right? So we don't get any much feedback, man.
Cool, man.
Roger, Dodger.
Cool. So Cyrus, I want to set up the like a day to do our videos with like experts coming on with like you and Sergeant Schill and stuff like that, and probably a couple other people. And since I got you on here now, instead of just going through fucking email or something, why don't we just figure that out? Tell me, what's the best day for you to be able to do that, man?
Like early in the week, in the evenings is good for me, like Monday, Tuesday. I'm usually not too busy.
Okay, so Monday or Tuesday, and how about we do it? How about we set it up for Mondays at what time in the like? Is it better at night? Is it better around now or earlier in the day?
You want to say about 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, Eastern Daylight Time, Eastern Time.
Eastern time. What time is that in fucking Pacific, dude?
I can go later, but yep, we can go later than that. 10's good too.
All right, so if I do what time? I mean, what time is it at where you're at right now?
It's 11:50 right now.
That's 11:50. Oh shit. Okay, so it's 8:50. Oh, so you have 3-hour difference, man. All right, so yeah. Well, I don't want to put it too late on you. How about we have them on Mondays at 6 o'clock Pacific time. So that'll be 9 o'clock your time.
Sounds great.
I'm good.
Mondays
All right,
at
so
9.
we'll do that. Well, he's Sergeant Schill is an expert on the PP. I don't know what that is, but he's into the military side, stuff. So that'll fucking that's always good to bring to the table, man. Yeah. So how about we do that Mondays at 6 o'clock, and I'll put out a video, and so we'll have and I'll get some stuff collected up for, this is coming up Monday or whatever, so we can do that. Yes, TM Cleanfield saying drone expert is very useful. Yes, actually, and that's what Cyrus is, man. So he will be absolutely fucking helpful in this discussion, and say I gotta find a couple more like experts or quasi experts, for this UFO roundtable, that I want to put together, man. But I think
Hey Kyle, is it all right if I plug my channel real quick so they can see some of my drone videos?
Fuck no, dude. Go ahead, man.
You dirty bastard.
Yeah, just go check out Rogue Squadron FPV. I've moved all my stuff over to there. So Rogue Squadron FPV. In fact, I'm uploading a new video right now, and you can check out some of my stuff.
What up, Snooch? How you doing?
From Star Wars.
Why don't you get your ass on here with us, man? Boom. X is an unknown factor, and Spur is a shot. Fucking perv.
The hell was that where you guys all had your shirts off there?
Don't be jealous, man. Don't be a hater. Not national television.
I wanted to join in, but I got booted off.
Oh man, that sucks. Go ahead, give it a shot. Let her rip, Tater Chip.
You didn't get
there you go.
off. You just fucking clicked off yourself, dude.
No, my
Put
damn
your
phone
fucking shirt back on, you dirty motherfucker.
Oh yeah. Oh, you crazy bastard.
Oh man.
You can't script that kind of shit.
Steve-O, man. Snooch, why don't you get your ass on here with us, dude? You can actually fucking join and sit down in the discussion this time, man. Oh, and you motherfuckers, stop posting links in my damn comment section, man. I'm not trying to get people to go look at other people's videos. You fuck, I'm trying to get them here. Put your fucking shirt back on, Anonymous.
Oh fuck! I need another drink.
Jax, where's your microphone and everything, man?
It's right here.
Oh, okay, cool. Dude, I was like, I thought we lost it. I thought you lost it for a second, man. All right, good, much better, man.
You like to get
Jax, did you see my Jen? Put yourself on mute, dude.
Did you see it? Yeah.
Oh no, just put yourself on mute for a second, guys.
Yeah, sure. Sorry.
No, you're fine. And I don't know what the fuck
Yeah,
Antone does when he comes in here. You don't say a fucking word, man. I never even see him on camera. But
I saw
Jax,
it. It looked like drones to me.
Right? Did you see the?
Really did,
they look like drones. Do you think both of them were drones?
The second one, I really wasn't really too sure, but the first one was definitely, I thought, was a drone.
Me too, man. You know, I mean, I'd say, you know, it's got to be, dude. And especially because I heard them say, fucking hillbillies too. I love them, man. You know, you got to love them when they're fucking when hillbillies film a UFO. That's my favorite. They're like, yee-haw! Look at that, Paul. Like, it's fucking great. But they said that they heard the UFO, like they could hear it. So it's got to be a drone, a fucking RC, fucking crap somehow, man. You know.
I mean, especially where it went ducked down behind the mountain or the hill or whatever it was.
All right, check that. All right, have fun, Tom. Have fun, Sean. See you guys later, man. Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking. It's got to be a fucking drone or something like that, man. You know, it's like just the way that it looked, you know. But you know, did you see the and all you guys, man? Did you guys see my pyramid video?
Yes.
So I mean, let's bring that up for a second. All right, so just saying that the you break into the fucking pyramid, does it make sense that they broke in and then resealed it back up? Does that make any fucking sense to anybody?
No.
I mean, Alma Moon spent 6 months with his entire army breaking into the pyramid. They break in and then they go and they fucking somehow put every fucking brick back in place and then leave. You know, I mean, like, that doesn't make it like, or because they're saying somebody broke in before and stole all the stuff out of the pyramid. You know?
Well, didn't that guy from Egypt there on that was on a TV show? Didn't he do that? Didn't he break in and said that was the first time that we were into that section or something?
Like cheat in, right?
Who are you talking about? Zahe Hawass?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not sure where he broke into it though. Where are you talking about?
No, there was it was on a TV show. It was supposed to be live, and he was bringing.
I remember that
2020 or something, or whatever it was, 60 Minutes or something like that.
It was with Maury Povich, right?
It was something.
He was hosting it, dude. Yeah, I fucking saw. I remember that back. It came out in the '90s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I remember that. That was actually the Tomb of Osiris, dude. I did a video on the Tomb of Osiris, man.
I mean, why would, I mean, if that's true, I mean, why couldn't it have happened before?
You know, but that's the thing, you know, like if you broke into it for the first time, if you break into it, are you going to fucking reseal it back up? You know, that just doesn't make sense to me. It makes more sense that there was nothing in there to begin with, you know?
I want to know if they're a tomb or a burial, why is there no hieroglyphs inside the pyramids at all?
Yeah, I bring that up. I make that as a point too. You know, I mean, like, there are no inscriptions guaranteeing the pharaoh safe passage into heaven. I mean, that's something that happens with everybody on every fucking mummy's coffin or coffer or sarcophagus. They all have these magical inscriptions that ensure their safe passage into heaven. Why doesn't the pharaoh have it? You know, there's not a single fucking hieroglyph on the pyramid anywhere. And the only one that they have is a hieroglyph of Khufu that's written incorrectly. It's not even written properly. So that's not how you write Khufu.
I personally think I hold with the theory that the pyramids were older than the civilization. You know, because there's no other way to explain it, because it just doesn't add up.
I believe what he said about the black people.
Sean's saying right-wing conspiracy pyramid. What fucking Sean? Don't fucking start, dude. Don't fucking start with me, dude.
The black people are the ones that are, you know, like in your video, you showed them pictured on, you know.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's fucking, you know, when you see, like, it's fucking clear as day, dude. These people were fucking black, you know? Yeah. It's like the Arabs took over Egypt, you know? They took over the pyramids or whatever, possibly after, you know, maybe this stuff even came before the deluge, you know? And possibly
so what do you
took over since then, you know?
So what do you think the pyramids were actually used for?
I personally don't have a clue.
I have no idea what they're used for, man. You know, I mean, I like Christopher Dunn's theory of the the power plant theory. I think it's really interesting.
Power plant.
You know, I think it's interesting. I'm not sure if that's, you know, fucking really it, but, you know, I mean, I do think it's interesting. I think it's, you know, it's probably a lot better than it just being a tomb, man.
Well, did you ever see
the blacks came from South Africa and took Egypt. Yeah, so if they took Egypt, fucking, how come they still don't have it?
Did you ever see an electrolysis cell?
What's up?
Did you ever see an electrolysis cell?
I can't understand you, man.
An electrolysis cell. It's like something you make hydrogen electricity out of.
Oh yeah, that's
yes, I have.
What Christopher Dunn is talking about. Yeah.
Anode and the cathode. And they had the copper rods inside them tubes. When they showed where the robot drove up inside with the camera.
Yeah.
Copper rods that were sticking out.
Well, they weren't copper rods sticking out. They were copper inserts. They were handles for maneuvering the brick around, maneuvering the stone around.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah. So I mean, that's something that's like, you know, seen quite often in you know, ancient stuff or whatever. They, you know, so it's like they've seen that a lot, so they knew exactly what that was. But you know, but Christopher Dunn's theory is interesting. But hang on, man, Christopher Dunn's theory is interesting, but there's also a lot of missing elements to it, you know. So like for his you know, theories to actually work, but I mean, I think it's possible, you know, and so we will someday. Oh yeah, and all big empires fall, and so we will someday. That's fucking right, Jax. Shit, dude, we're already about to fall now, dude.
What do you think about the video that's going around on YouTube about the Antarctic pyramids?
That's fucking bullshit, dude. I'm fucking.
It's all true.
This shit's so fucking stupid, dude.
It looks
you don't know
cover up, dude. You know. Don't you know it's a fucking? Don't you know it's flat back there, dude?
Oh,
it's flat, dude.
So here's my question,
man.
If you don't believe in pyramids, I'll accept that. But what do you think about what's going on in Antarctica in general? Because there's never been so many people who have gone down there of authority in history.
Well, I mean, it's probably a good idea because you want to get down there before it's fucking gone. This motherfucker's melting away. You got ice shelves the size of fucking Rhode Island breaking off and shit, dude, you know? That's like shit's gonna be fucking gone, dude.
Fresh water you can get.
You know? Take monatomic gold and vibrate with the pyramid. What do you mean take monatomic gold and vibrate with the pyramid? What's that mean? All right.
Vibrational frequencies.
So Sean is saying, I think there are pyramids in Antarctica, but we have not seen them. Go through a live feed here and find the link, David Knoll. Where's that? David Knoll, help. Me get invited. I Google Hangouts. Can't remember what to do. Fuck. Oh yeah, just find the this here. Just go click on this link, brother. Boom, right there. There's a link for you. So what do you guys think of, you know, what do you guys think about what Sean's saying about he thinks there's pyramids in Antarctica, but we just haven't seen them yet.
Well, I'm sure he's probably right. There's civilization everywhere else on the fucking planet. Why would that be so much different?
I think they're buried under the ice.
You know,
I don't think them videos are real.
You know, I mean, it's possible. I mean, like, if you look at, like, you know, some of the theories, like Charles Hapgood's theory of Earth crustal displacement. Cyrus, you know what what I'm talking about?
No, that's a new one on me.
Displacement.
All right, so Charles Hapgood's theory of Earth crustal displacement is that it's like the Earth crust like would rotate around the core of Earth and do these climactic shifts. And that at one time, Antarctica would have been where, like, kind of like near the equator, and that everything rotated during a giant cataclysm, and that's why Antarctica is in the South Pole now. You know, I mean, like, so, you know, and that's one theory. So, you know, that means, you know, that if that is true, that there could have been a civilization that lived on the continent at one time, you know. But you know, I mean, like, I just haven't seen any compelling evidence for anything like that, other than, you know, like, they don't really find like any. What is the one thing they, like, the one oddity they found? I think, didn't they find like a fucking palm leaf or something frozen there?
Yeah. There's fossils there.
Yeah, so they found dinosaurs there, right?
Well, that's one thing. One thing I wanted to ask: what do you think about the Great Deluge?
What's that? What's that sound? Hey, David, do you have your TV on, brother?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, man.
All right, so I thought my shit was tripping.
All right, make sure you guys' TVs and everything are off, you know. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, tropical fossils, that's what they're saying. Yeah.
What do you think about the Great Flood, the Great Deluge?
Oh, you know what, man? I gotta think that it's real. Just the Sergeant, did you sign out, man? You looked tired. Oh yeah.
Well, even at that,
the Great Deluge, I gotta think that it definitely fucking. I gotta think that it happened, man. I mean, like, there just seems to be a lot of evidence for it. Make sure we talk one at a time, man. You know, there's a lot of evidence for it through different, not just Christian authorities, but, you know, actual scientists who are saying that, you know, that there's plenty of evidence for it.
Yeah, and Pete, in Pennsylvania, right here, we have fossils. You can find fish all through the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
You know, shellfish fossils. They're all over.
Cyrus, what do you know?
I think the deluge, I think there might be a historical basis. You know, I haven't read a whole lot about this, but there might be a historical basis. We do know that the Black Sea was dry until until I think shortly after the end of the last ice age. And there was a dam where the Bosphorus Straits are, where Istanbul is now, and it flooded in through there. And actually, maybe 10 years ago, Bob Ballard, the guy who found the Titanic, he sent an expedition to the Black Sea, and only the top layer of the Black Sea is salt water. Beneath that, there's fresh water, because in the middle of that used to be a freshwater lake. And they've actually figured out that there was people that lived around it. And this is very long ago, but it's about the time, supposedly, of the Great Flood, like 8,000 years ago. Bob Ballard sent a remote operated vehicle down there. There's freaking houses and farms on the bottom of the Black Sea. And they used to be on the shore of a lake, and now they're like 800 feet underwater in the middle of the Black Sea.
Absolutely correct.
Hey, David. Can you hear me, David? David, can you hear me? I gotta think of it. Make sure we talk one at a time, man.
I don't think he hears you.
I don't think he hears you either.
Ground control to Major Tom.
Hang on.
They know from 12,000 years ago, the last ice age, that there was a great flood by the sudden.
Hang on, David, can you hear us, man?
He's lagged behind, I think.
Can't fucking mute him. All right, David, I'm trying to fucking, you gotta mute yourself, buddy. All right.
Nothing personal.
Nothing, you know. Sorry, David. Yeah, if you come on here, man, make sure you keep yourself on mute if you're not talking. And you know, so let's not interrupt people. Let everyone try to talk or whatever. But also, when you come on, you got to make sure that your YouTube is muted and your TV or anything, because we're sitting here having a discussion and you're sitting there watching fucking Golden Girls. We can't fucking hear what we're saying. You know what I'm saying? You know. So, Orchestrated Madness, you want to finish what you were saying?
Yeah, well, 12,000 years ago, they know that there was an event that happened which caused a massive sudden levels by like 400 feet, you know, so they know that a great deluge happened.
Yeah,
Like,
and
it's
you know, it's
bad.
funny because and Sean actually just brought this up, and he says that that where you say that? Yeah, Mount Ararat is near Göbekli Tepe, which is fucking very interesting. And then they're talking about Noah's Ark being found there. I don't know about that, but that's where they say Noah's Ark was on Mount Ararat. But Mount Ararat is in fact in motherfucking Turkey, and it is but of course Mount Ararat is actually not by Göbekli Tepe. In fact, it's very far away from it. Mount Ararat is on the fucking far end
On the border.
of Turkey. And Göbekli Tepe is more like into the middle, man. So they're actually really far from each other, but they are both in Turkey, you know. And it's interesting a lot because like what Cyrus was saying earlier about the Black Sea and everything, and you know, I mean, like that whole area, it like definitely you can see that something fucking happened, and if it's either the Black Sea or, you know, and even like the Mediterranean. I mean, there are countless sunken cities off the coast of the Mediterranean, all the way around from fucking Egypt to Greece, from Turkey, everywhere. There's countless sunken cities. And if you take into account like Cyrus or like the islands of Gozo and shit, dude, they fucking like Malta. You know how they got those ancient cart ruts, you know, carved into the fucking ground. Well, these cart ruts, which already that's a fucking incredible anomaly there. I mean, like that's already something that's very interesting, is because they can't explain these cart ruts. But these cart ruts literally go miles into the ocean, you know, like under, you know, and they're carved out somehow, whether it was made when it was done or like when if they literally carved them out, or if it got carved out from just passages of carts going over it for 1,000 years or whatever, who knows. But the cart ruts do lead out into the ocean about a couple miles. So you gotta think, man. Go ahead, Jen.
Well, that's the one thing I wanted to say about what you think about the Grand Canyon. Maybe it was because all the water rushed out at one time when it received it. It's gonna be
what?
Grand Canyon.
I mean, Grand Canyon is the fucking Grand Canyon. I'm not sure what that has to do with what we're talking about, but
Big flood, a major flood, and the water receded all at one time instead of, like they're saying, it took millions of years for the Colorado River to cut it.
It did.
If it rushed out at one time, couldn't that do that amount of, you know, erosion at once?
Have either of you gentlemen ever been to the Grand Canyon?
Not at the Grand Canyon.
I've been to the Grand Canyon. It doesn't work like that, man. It definitely, the Colorado River cut its way through the Grand Canyon. You know, that's what it's from. You know,
there is a place
100%.
where that did happen, but it's not the Grand Canyon. It's the
What I'm saying is, unless you've actually been to the Grand Canyon, you can't really understand exactly what it's done until you've been there. And I've been there.
No, I have been there, man. My parents live in Arizona.
Yeah, I remember you said that.
It's like stuck out at one time.
Yeah,
the Grand Canyon wasn't, but there's Eastern Washington is like the Eastern Washington State is like the surface of the moon, and they figured out that was all due to a giant flood. When the glaciers were melting, there was a glacial lake where Missoula, Montana is now. It was called Glacial Lake Missoula, and there was an ice dam that dammed the whole lake up, and it failed. And all that water came out all at once and drained into the Columbia River. And if you look at it on Google Earth or Google Maps, you can see where all that water washed down and went to the Columbia River Valley. That all happened over the course of just a few days.
it's fucked up, dude.
It was just interesting to me that I thought maybe that could have been, what happened with the Grand Canyon.
Yes, he's saying yes, it does. Rushing water from the flood caused the Grand Canyon. No, it didn't.
No, Colorado River caused the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, exactly.
The Missoula flood caused the
Well, the Hoover Dam is dammed up. That shit, if they undam the Hoover Dam, Arizona would be a fucking oasis.
You know,
Yeah.
the Grand Canyon, like, I mean, specifically, like, you know, that's the Colorado River running through the Grand Canyon. That is what carved it out. I mean, even if there was a big flood, there are floods all the time. Just the lake sitting on top of something isn't going to carve anything out. You have to have running water. Still water is not going to cut it out. It doesn't work like that. You know, I mean, like, just like a lake doesn't just make a fucking canyon. You have to have a river, you know.
Videos on there that was
the Colorado River is a remnant. No, the Colorado River springs up from underground. It comes up like from a spring underground and starts.
Aquifer.
You know? Yeah, the Colorado River. That's how it's not a remnant of it. It's an actual river, you know. Make sure we go one at a time, Jen. Make sure, Jen, you go one at a time, buddy. All right, say it again, Sergeant Show.
It's what you call an aquifer, and it's mountain runoff and an aquifer that feeds the Colorado River.
Yeah, you know, so it's like it's not a remnant of it. It's like the river is constantly running, you know. Yes, but it goes to the lowest point, which is the canyon. Yeah, you know, but it cuts through, you know. Yeah.
There's actually a formula to the ratio of bends in a river to its length, and it's proportional, and it applies to every river on the planet. It's there's an equation. You can look it up. You could do it on Google. For every mile length of a river, it'll have so many bends and winds in it. It's a really interesting thing.
Oh, that's cool, dude. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's like a natural phenomena or occurrence, however you want to pull it.
It makes sense too. And in fact, he's bringing it up. Yeah, it's like the Amazon. You know, like when you look at the Amazon on like Google Earth, and you can see all the fucking loops and swirls that it does, and then you compare it to the Grand Canyon, and you can see the exact same loops and fucking like turns and everything that it takes. Like that makes perfect sense that it would that's like a formula you could predict how much.
Yeah, I don't know exactly the formula, but I remember I was listening to a show. It was with Professor Brian Cox, and he was breaking it down. Something I think it was like the world's mysteries or whatever. You know,
I like Brian Cox. Yeah, he's a physicist.
It was the solar system. They carved it out.
It was what?
Big old giant bastards carved it out.
It was fucking Paul Bunyan and his big fucking axe, dude. All right, everyone knows.
He was an Nephilim.
I took a piss.
Everyone fucking knows that, dude. Come on. You know. Receding ocean water cut the Grand Canyon. Yes, but it goes to the lowest point, which is the canyon. No, I mean you know, like the river started it, you know, and it just cut it out over fucking millions of years, you know. I mean, like the deluge. I don't even know if like the deluge technically would have fucking hit America. I mean, I guess it could have, you know, but I would think like most of the flood myths and stuff like that. Like, I can't assume that it covered the entire globe, like fucking Waterworld or something, but I would say probably, you know, like a large chunk of it, or possibly, and I like to think sometimes that the Paul Bunny, it's funny. I like to think sometimes that, you know, what if a meteor struck during the Ice Age and hit one of the ice caps?
It did.
Like the polar ice caps, and then melted that motherfucker instantaneously. And then you got to consider this. Now, if that happened, say a meteor did hit it, and it would eject a ton of ice into the atmosphere. Now, that would rain down. It would take fucking weeks for that to rain down, dude. Now, in the Bible, that actually says that it rained for 40 days and 40 nights, man. Don't fucking roll your eyes at me, goddammit. Sergeant Chill.
40 days and 40 nights. Fuck, that's just fucking spring in Iowa.
You said it took 2 years for it to rise 400 feet.
Sergeant Chill, hang on. Sergeant Chill, go ahead, buddy.
They've proven that there was either a comet or asteroid impact right around at the end of the last ice age, at the end of the Younger Dryas, That was about 12,000 years ago. If you want to
Do they know
follow up
where?
on that, you
Is
could
that
check
the,
out
is
Sacred. You could
that the
check out
Chesapeake
Sacred.
Bay?
Can I finish or?
It took 2
Yeah, go
years.
ahead. Yeah, go
No,
ahead.
go ahead.
Let them finish, you guys, one at a time. All right. Go ahead, Sergeant Show. Sergeant Show, you there? Where'd he go? He just fucking cut off, dude. What a fuck.
Damn, he had really good fucking lights going on in the background.
No, I was going to say, I think he was talking about the Chesapeake Bay impact. The mouth of the Chesapeake Bay down around Norfolk, Virginia is actually, that's actually a big impact crater.
No, is it?
Yep.
Oh, no shit, dude. Yeah, I mean, like so it makes me wonder if that's what he, I wonder if that's where he was talking about, man. I'm like, I wonder if there was where's the Chesapeake Bay at? Is that in?
That's where I live. Chesapeake Bay is Virginia and Maryland, East Coast United States.
Oh shit, dude. See, I was thinking like it would be someplace like up in fucking like by Greenland or fucking Canada or someplace up there where like it would have been a giant meteor crashing into there, and like a place where like the fucking ice caps would have had just giant glaciers everywhere. But I mean, is there a giant crater at this Chesapeake Bay or?
Yeah, it's mostly buried, but basically where the mouth of the Chesapeake Bay is, that is an impact crater. It's mostly buried. It wasn't even discovered until the mid-1980s.
Oh, no shit, dude.
Think of it. It's one hell of a discussion,
Yeah.
They calculated it took 2 years for the sea levels to rise 400 feet.
Yeah, the interesting thing is because during the last ice age, 12,000 years ago, so much of the water was frozen into the glaciers that the sea levels were much lower. And if you look on Google Earth on the east coast of the United States, you can see where the Hudson River, actually at the time it was coming out from underneath the glacier, but it went all the way down to the edge of the continental shelf, 100 miles out. That's where the beach was 12,000 years ago. It was 100 miles further out than it is now. They actually, and on the other side of the Atlantic, in between England and Denmark, it was dry land, and they do know that people were living there, and it was the name for it is called Doggerland, and all that is now at the bottom of the North Sea.
Oh wow, no shit, dude. Yeah, I mean, like it makes sense to me, man. And what's he saying? Sean's saying the east coast of Canada, a huge scar. Yeah, see, that's what I'm thinking. That's what But I wonder now if that happened, is that going to flood Turkey? Is that going to flood? Is that going to cause such devastation that it's going to take out like Eurasia at all? Like, is that possible? I mean,
Not in my end.
A glacier that's a mile thick, maybe if it hits it and it breaks off and, maybe it causes major just tidal waves around the planet, I guess.
Well, that's what they explained. It was a worldwide flood.
That's what they say, that's worldwide, so you got to think fucking, so Sean's saying, yes, mile high waves, you got to think something like that if it is in fact worldwide. And the fact that every civilization has a flood myth, so we're talking even you're talking fucking, from the Orient to the fucking West to fucking, I mean, every civilization has a flood myth. So it would make sense that it would have to be something that happened, worldwide, not just one over here, but in fact, fucking a worldwide one at one time. But that's what I'm thinking. If a meteor strikes and hits an ice cap and it injects tons of ice into the atmosphere, that would float around. Would that be how it would rain? Because how do you make it rain for 40 days and 40 nights? Well, that makes sense if that's what happened. If it did hit if a meteor did hit a ice, fucking ice cap and then shot it into the atmosphere. Because already when a meteor hits like a big one, it ejects all kinds of fucking debris and shit into the atmosphere. So a bunch of ice up there would just fucking rain back down as rain after a while. So
how far inland is Göbekli Tepe?
What's up?
Do you know how far inland Göbekli Tepe is?
Yeah, it's like right in the center of Turkey.
So do you think that being a landmass in the center of Turkey? I mean, Turkey's pretty centered as far as that landmass in there.
Yeah, it's in fact the exact center of the Earth's landmass. It's not fucking Egypt. It's actually fucking Turkey, dude.
So I mean, do you think it'd be safe to say that whenever Göbekli Tepe was being built initially, that say the Great Deluge did happen, that most people would have migrated to that point?
You know what? I mean, that's possible, but you know what? Now that I think about it, okay, so a guy actually he took a map in the 1970s and figured out the exact center of the Earth's landmass, which actually is, they used to say it was the Great Pyramid, but it's not. It's about 1,000 miles away from the Great Pyramid. It's in Turkey. But now that I think about it, it's almost like exactly where Göbekli Tepe is, dude. So I wonder if Göbekli Tepe is the exact center of the Earth's landmass, dude. Like, I know it's somewhere in Turkey. It's like in the center of Turkey, where Göbekli Tepe just happens to be. I mean, we need to figure. I want to try to figure that out, dude. You know, and see if we can't fucking like nail it down to the last fucking to the to like the square mile of where it is. You know. I wonder if we can. I wonder if we can do that, dude. That's a good idea for another show, man. You know.
I don't know.
That's why Göbekli Tepe seems out of time because its advanced remnants form world washed. Wait, what? Göbekli is Noah's zoo. Well, you know, I mean, it's interesting because it does show like a bunch of different fucking weird animals there, you know, which I think is actually really cool, dude. You know.
Didn't you
they don't even know what's up?
This weird animal.
Go for it.
No, go ahead, Orchestrated Madness.
Well, you know, they calculated that it was 2 years and 400 feet. The water levels rose.
In 2 years, 400. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 years, 400 feet.
I believe that's correct. Yes.
A significant amount, man. Hundreds of survivors. Yeah.
Listen,
you know,
I grew up on the Mississippi, and I'm here to tell you that's a pretty good number.
What is? The 300 of 400 feet in 3 years?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely, man. You know, it makes sense, dude. You know, it could be the foothills of Mount Ararat is a landing spot. You know, the comet ended in Göbekli Tepe in northern Turkey. You know, it could be. Oh yeah. As a matter of fact, you know, Jack Smith's got a point. However, I think it's actually more of the eastern end of Turkey and not the northern, because there is a gigantic fucking crater there. And if you guys go and take a look at Google Earth and you see this fucking crater there, I mean, it's fucking enormous. It dwarfs the crater in Arizona. I mean, this is a huge impact, and it makes me think that that's possibly where the flood came, you know, or what caused the Great Deluge is that particular comet strike. I mean, in fact, that might have been what caused the Dead Sea to fucking flood out in the Mediterranean and everything, you know, because it is so close to those places. And with such a large impact, I mean, really, you guys go to Google Earth and look that up and just take a look at it. I mean, this is fucking gigantic fucking crater there, man. All right,
I think the one you're talking about.
Go ahead, buddy.
Is where the Black Sea, where that gentleman with the headphones on was talking about the Black Sea actually flooding over.
That gentleman with the fucking headphones, you mean Smooth Virus? Dude has been on the fucking channel forever.
The pilot, I've never seen him. Like, I've seen him one other time. That's it.
I'm impressed. He said, "Gentlemen, without you're making a scene."
Yeah, dude. Smooth's been on this fucking channel forever, dude. You know, fuck, man. Yeah. well, I'm gonna have to get off here because I gotta go and pick up Sasha from work. I gotta get ready to go fucking get her ass anyway. But I think if it's like a bum, you just missed it, man. I'm fucking cutting out right now. But I will be back on tomorrow at 11 a.m. and then again at 8 o'clock. So don't forget to come and check that out, you guys. And I think that I'll do a show tomorrow about Göbekli Tepe and the center of the world's landmass. And anyone who wants to join me and go and look up any information on that, Sean, if you feel like going and doing any research and come and join us on there, that'd be awesome. Or Smooth Virus, fucking Jax, either any of you guys want to. 667 marks. Hey, what up, buddy?
I don't know how sober I'll be, but I'll be happy to join you.
All right, well, come and join me. And before we get out of here, I just want to say one thing that I do want to make it a point, if you guys can, to go and say what's up to Mark. He has been fucking feeling like shit lately. He's had to go see the doctor and everything, man. And fucking, so he's all fucked up right now, man. He hasn't been able to come and join us and shit like that. So let's just take the time out to him and give him a heads up and make sure we show him some love and some support and everything, man. Because he's all fuckered up, man. Dude, he can barely get out of bed and fucking he can't even make it onto the fucking shows and shit like that, man. So yeah, man, he's wow. Fucking he's fucking doing bad from the just going to the doctors and everything, man. So let's send him out our prayers and make sure he fucking gets better so he can get his ass back on here with us. But
Mark, we love you.
Yeah, we love you, Mark. All right, buddy. Make sure get some sleep, dude, and feel better, man. And get back on here when you can. All right.
You sexy bastard.
And yeah, sexy motherfucker. All right, don't forget to go and hit the subscribe button and hit the like button and share that shit the fuck out, dude. Whatever the fuck you got to do. You can pick up UFO proof shirts at Teespring. I will give you guys the link to that shit right now because they're fucking awesome and there's like 1 day left in this campaign. So fucking get your shit now. There's kick-ass mugs and fucking whatnots and awesome ass shit.
Will you start selling any smoking wear anytime soon?
Smoking wear? I'm like pro smoking wear, dude. Well, I will be having the UFO proof pipe coming out, dude.
That's what I'm asking about.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm actually in the process of designing it and making it right now, and it's fucking going awesome. And it's gonna be the shit, dude. Let's see here. Okay, so here's the link to Teespring if you guys want to go and pick up any UFO proof stuff. Yeah, so Sean, yeah, if you want to look up any of that stuff on Göbekli Tepe and the center of the Earth's landmass, and then join in for the live tomorrow at 11, or any of you guys who want to do that. That's what we're going to be discussing tomorrow. So make sure you go and do that. And I'm fucking out of here, you guys. As always, dude, thank you guys for joining us. Sergeant Shill, thanks for coming on here, dude. Anonymous, Gyro420, Cyrus, buddy, Jax, as always, you guys, thank you for joining us. And I will see you guys tomorrow at 11 a.m. All right, I'm out of here, everybody. UFO proof out.
Later.
All right, guys. Okay.
Dreams and that. So I when I was scrolling through, I saw it and I was like, oh, that's what he has. So I read up on it a bit. It was pretty interesting stuff.
Yeah, it's a good mic for pretty cheap too, compared like the Blue Studio. All their microphones are usually really good, man. But they're great for computers. That's the difference. You see, like you don't want to have like one that's like a 1.5 inch standard cable or 2.5 inch standard cable. Anything that goes into your audio, your like an audio port for headphones, like one of those little ones. Yeah, I mean, you don't want anything like that. Like, let me see.
Well, that's just it. With the USB ones, they're plug and play pretty much, and they don't need a preamp or anything like that. That's my understanding. I could be wrong, but
yeah, no, they the USB microphones. They usually have a driver to install, but I mean, it installs itself. So yeah. It's no big deal. I mean, it's usually just plug and play. But it's much better than trying to use a fucking dynamic mic, or like a microphone for a studio, like or just a regular mic. Those ones fucking suck. I've tried using them before. They're fucking terrible for it.
Inline microphone on a set of earbuds.
Are fucking terrible too, man.
How do you like this gay ass mic?
What's up?
How do you like his flight?
Oh, let me see. That's fucking badass, dude.
I'm pretty
Where'd you
fond
get
of it
that
myself.
thing? Hell yeah, dude. Where'd you get it from?
I don't know. My mom got it for me.
That's fucking fresh, dude. Not bad. What else we got on here, man? See, Anton, every time he comes on here, he fucking puts his camera and faces the ceiling, and we don't see shit, man.
We don't.
What's up,
We hear
what's up,
everything
Anonymous?
going on around him.
What's up, brother?
Yeah, we get to see everything going on around you. We don't ever get to see you. Just put the microphone on yourself or the camera on yourself and just fucking let it go, dude.
Now, see, I would do that. However, I'm stuck with this problem with, hold the fucking camera up here, which means I only have one hand to take a drink.
Well, you got one hand and a foggy camera.
I was
Imagine
actually
that.
talking to Anton.
I know, brother.
You're fine, Anonymous. You're fine, bud. There you go. There you go, buddy. Now he's got it. Anton's got it now. Let's see.
Oh, shit, there he is.
And now we're missing you, Anonymous. Now we're looking at your fucking ceiling.
Well, see, that's the problem. Like I said, I've only got one hand to hold a drink in. That gives me no hand to hold a fucking smoke in.
Oh,
which
you gotta have
I have left with the utilitarian 20. What's up?
You got to get a prop or a phone with a kickstand on it or something, you know?
Well, I had one for a while, but then there was this drinking competition I had, and the phone didn't make it through the drinking competition. Turns out it's not very durable.
Yeah, it's probably
Outer
not
bathroom
drinkable.
structure in my ass.
Also saying, please try to live stream UFOs tonight. That is definitely as soon as I can, as soon as the weather's good.
That type of technology. That's where
What's
the
up?
military is heading. It's more FLIR driven.
Yeah, exactly. You know, my Sumba security camera is it has a 36 times optical zoom on it. I mean, which is fucking incredible, dude. And it's night vision. It doesn't use an incandescent beam. See the night vision uses I don't know if you guys can see that right here. This little bulb it shoots out infrared light, and it's incandescent light, so it just kind of spreads all over the place. But when you have the Zoom camera uses infrared lasers, so and the lasers shoot for fucking miles, dude. So I mean, it'll light up something fucking a mile away, and you can see it clear as day. Like, you know, seriously, dude, I could read someone's license plate from a mile away, dude. In pitch black, man. Like, it ain't shit, dude. This fucking camera is so unbelievably good.
Yeah,
you know, it's fucking awesome.
When I lived out in Roswell, I used to go to the Bottomless Lakes, which is about 18 miles south by southeast of Roswell, and it's one of the only freshwater brine lakes in the entire world. It's only like one of two, if I remember correctly. But I used to go there on their bluff, and I would sit there with my Gen 2, and I would get the photos. People that were down on the fucking, down on the plains, they would take pictures, and they would get the same ones for like another, however you want to look at it, $1,500 more per camera than I would than what I did with my Gen 2. Gen 2 is a fantastic thing. I think it's well worth its money, and until they come up with the Gen 4, I'm not going to spend the money on it, personally. But.
Oh yeah. You know, I'm gonna have to agree with you. In fact, you know, I'm gonna hold off getting a Gen 3 simply because this digital one is so fucking good, dude. And I'm like, I guess digital. You know, I was skeptical of it at first. I was worried, like, okay, so the digital for night vision for UFO hunting, I'm like, it's just not gonna look right. You know, when it's optical, it looks so much better. In digital, you got too many pixels to deal with, and I was just like, I was worried that it was gonna fucking suck, but I figured, you know what, I'll get it, and if it's crap, well then I'll just send it right back, you know, and I'll look for something else. But if it's good, I'm fucking shocked at how awesome it is, dude, and highly fucking affordable, man.
Well, with me, the whole pixel thing was a big consideration for me too. However, I figured that, you know, if anyone who's in the actual UFO hunting or paranormal field, they count pixels, you know. I mean, that's how they decide whether this shit's bullshit or not bullshit. And with some of the newer cameras, it is exceptionally easy to do fake shots, fake videos and things of that nature. So that's why I went with a Gen 2. And, you know, until they come up with a Gen 4 that shows me that it's worth that extra $2,900, whatever you want to call it, I'm not going to bother with it. I mean, as it is, you know, and if I was going to spend another $2,900, it would be like a thermal camera or some shit like that, where I could do even more in-depth detail. However, just dumping the money to have a better shot to where you can do the exact same thing. If someone's really going to be a douche, they want to run it through Pixar or whatever free crap they're using for their app. I mean, they can do the same thing with the Gen 2 that they can with the Gen 3, but until they come with the Gen 4, I'm only going to spend money on a thermal camo. That's it.
Those thermal cameras, man, the only issue is with them, I mean, they're great for they're probably really good for like paranormal investigations, like ghost hunting and shit. Like I'm sure like Jax would a thermal camera, but for UFO hunting, I think thermal cameras are just a waste of money, man. I mean, anytime you use a thermal camera, as soon as you look up into the sky, you know what you see? Nothing. You don't see anything because there's no heat up there. You know what I'm saying? Like fucking, you don't get to see the stars. So I mean, even if you do have a hot object come over, you're just going to see the heat signature from it, but you're not going to see any stars in the background. You're not going to have any kind of contrast or any context to the shot. If you're looking up in the sky, the only thing you're going to see is the object, and you'll have no context to tell if it's moving or anything like that. So basically, on your screen, you'll just see a light, you know, or a thermal indication of light there, or you know, whatever. So I mean, like, you know, they work really well, but you know,
is that the FLIR camera?
Yeah, the FLIR, the forward-looking infrared. And I mean, I think FLIR cameras are freaking awesome, dude. And I tried to use one before for UFO hunting. I was using one at night because a friend of mine actually had one. And I'm like looking up in the sky, and I'm like, this sucks. Because I was all excited, like this is gonna be the shit, dude. This is gonna be fucking awesome. I'm gonna see all kinds of cool shit. You don't see anything.
It's like low quality or what?
No, it's super high quality. It's super fucking expensive too, man. And when you look up in the sky, you see nothing, you know, and it's like, dude, I'm also a fan of astronomy. Like I like going out and just looking at the stars and the planets and stuff like that. And the thermal night vision it takes all that away. So not only are you not seeing any UFOs, but you're not seeing anything, you know, nothing, you know, there's no heat on anything. So, you know, you don't see the fucking moon, you don't see the stars or anything like that.
Unless something's
you'll see a difference in the cloud temperature sometimes.
Unless you see something that's close enough, you could take it out with a rock. It really does make a whole hell of a lot of difference.
Yeah, you know, I think infrared is the way to go. You know,
wasn't there a helicopter with like a sheriff's helicopter with a FLIR camera that caught a UFO one time?
Well, yeah, there was a couple times with a helicopter, and in fact, I have that on my channel. It was actually it was an excellent video.
You should send a link.
It looked like a dumbbell or something like that, and one end was.
But the problem is that, you know, they're like 300 feet in the fucking air, so they get a much better view than you do from the ground. When you're looking from the ground up, and that was what my original. I watched some videos of some helicopters that caught some pretty crazy shit, and my idea was that being out there in Roswell. There's a C-130 flying all the time. It's just how they work. I mean, they run a typical pattern on the books, blah, blah, blah. And I thought, you know, I was going to hook up this FLIR camera. I'd see some cool shit. No, you really don't. And that's why I was saying with the whole... I
want to do that. Unfortunately, the weather is actually turning kind of bad out here, so it kind of sucks. Like today, the winds were up really bad. But as a matter of fact, I don't even think I've seen any stars out. I don't even think you could see the sky. Like it was all gray and fucking cloudy earlier, dude. So yeah, it sucks, man. But hopefully, you know, because anytime it's a clear night, man, I like to try to live stream. And I got the new night vision fucking set up to fucking record, man, and broadcast with, dude. This thing's gonna be fucking awesome, dude. I said, like it's, dude, like to see the night sky through this fucking night vision is fucking unbelievable. It blows my other night vision away. You know, like I'm just fucking shocked at how well this works at night. And it also shoots like, so it can go between night and day. Unlike the night vision, you can't turn that on during any light or fucking blind you. You know, but like this one goes from night to day like instantaneously. It'll just flash over, you know, and it switches over to all spectrum. So like even at night when you use the day version of it, it's still like you still see all the stars. They're all it just has color into it, you know. So I mean, it's fucking dude. It's bad as hell, man. Yeah, that's the way to go. Let's see who's on here.
What generation is it?
This is actually a Gen 2, but it's digital, so it really don't fucking matter, you know. It's got like a normal. It's like 5 times magnification, but then it does digital up to like 7 times, man. So I mean, it's basically like a fucking telescope, dude. I mean,
That's really nice. Yeah.
Dude, it shoots. I'm like, you can see really far with it.
I got the 3rd gen that everyone talks about, and I don't think it was worth the money that I paid for it, to be quite honest with you.
Really?
Yeah. I bought the 3rd gen because I may or may not have gotten an insurance settlement. Poor fucks. But, you know, I went and bought it. And I was excited about it.
Awesome.
Yeah, the third generation's good. Don't get me wrong. It really is. I mean, it does all kinds of fantastic things. It has a lot of bells and whistles, but
this wasn't worth the money?
No, I don't think it was worth the money. I just don't. That's my personal opinion. Some people might feel differently. Fantastic. Keep your opinion to your fucking self. But I personally think that the 2nd generation, for the money that you're paying for it now, is every bit as worth as what you're getting for the 3rd generation.
Really? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I've never actually used the 3rd generation before, but I wouldn't be shocked by that, you know, because it really comes down to the so what he means by generations is a generation for like night vision means the distance that it can see at night. So a generation, say a generation 1 sees, and this is just to like lay out a scale. This isn't actually it, but like say a generation 1 can see 50 feet in the dark. Well, then a generation 2 can see 100 feet in the dark, and a generation 3 can see 200 feet in the dark. You get it? It doubles up each time. So that's where they're at now. You know, generation 3, like that's, you know, supposedly a way to go. But like my Simba.
Now versus.
All right, what's up, you guys? UFO Proof here. Well, it's 8 o'clock, so that's our fucking hangout time, and I have made it on time. Fucking awesome. I will get the link here put out in the comment section on YouTube. So if you want to come and join and tell us your UFO encounters or stories, basically anything UFO related, feel free to come on and come and join us. All right, so let me pass you guys out the link here. All right, let's see here. Let me get my mic positioned better. How's that sound? Does it sound any better? And let me make sure that this is actually on my studio mic. No, it's not. There we go. How's that sound? Does that sound any better? Hopefully. I'll find out. What up, UFO bro? Sergeant Shield, Anonymous Shield, how you guys doing? Anton Becker, how you doing, buddy? Steven, what up? All right, here you go, you guys. Here is our link. What up, Lance? How you doing, buddy? Gyro 420, doing good? Yeah, for anyone who wants to come and join and tell us your UFO encounter, you are more than welcome to come on. Where are you at, California? No, big CT.
What's up, you sexy bastard?
What's going on, buddy? I am in Washington State. Doing good, Lance? Awesome. Yeah. What's up, Sergeant Chill? How you doing, brother?
Hey, not bad, not bad. You changed mic or what?
What's up? Yes, did I change microphones? No, I had my microphone that was coming off my Logitech camera, and I changed it. I switched it over to use my studio mic.
Oh, that studio mic. In talking about that, what kind is it? Is that a Snowball or whatever?
Yeah, this is a Blue Studio Snowball.
Okay. Yeah.
Microphone. Yeah, it works really well, man. I mean, it's fucking cheap too. I think I got this one for like $40, man.
Yeah, I was just shopping mics just before hopping on here. I was wondering.
That's a good deal for $40.
I mean, like condenser microphones and Cardito
Dynamics. Yeah.
What do you think about that?
You want a condenser microphone, you know, and like I said, don't mix up, microphones like like you have on like a music, or for doing like live music or doing anything like that. It's different for the computer. You want to have a USB microphone. So you can kind of see which one this one.
I was looking at that on Amazon, the exact same one. That one that you have there. I remember seeing it in one of the streets.